Telepathy to make your crush go crazy over you works even when away plus subliminal affirmations. What if the person you can't stop thinking about could become the person who naturally thinks about you too? What if, instead of chasing their attention, you learned how to change the energy you bring into every thought, every visualization, and every moment of silence? Welcome to this powerful experience of love-focused visualization, mental rehearsal, and subliminal affirmations. Tonight, you are going to step away from desperation, uncertainty, and the endless question of, do they even think about me? And step into a completely different state, the state of someone who knows they are worthy of love, attention, affection, and genuine connection. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to become still. Your crush may be far away. They may be busy. They may not know everything you feel. But distance does not have to stop you from creating a powerful inner experience. Through imagination, you can rehearse the conversations you desire, visualize the connection you want, and fill your mind with affirmations that strengthen your confidence and emotional certainty. This is not about controlling another person's mind or forcing someone to feel something against their will. It is about transforming the thoughts you repeatedly entertain so that you become calmer, more magnetic, more self-assured, and more open to mutual attraction. As you listen, let every word settle into your subconscious. Imagine receiving the message you have been hoping for. Imagine hearing their voice, seeing their smile, and feeling the warmth of a connection that is natural and reciprocated. Let yourself experience the feeling without chasing it. You don't need to beg for attention. You don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to become someone else to deserve love. You are already worthy of being chosen, respected, appreciated, and pursued by someone whose feelings genuinely align with yours. And now, as the affirmations begin, release the fear of distance. Release the fear of rejection. Release the urge to constantly check, wonder, analyze, and overthink. Let your mind become peaceful. Let your heart become confident. Let your imagination become a place where love feels safe, mutual, and natural, because the most powerful transformation begins within you. When you change the story you repeatedly tell yourself, you change the way you carry yourself, the way you communicate, the way you respond, and the possibilities you recognize around you. So close your eyes if you can. Take another slow breath and repeat silently within yourself, I am worthy of genuine love. I am naturally attractive. I am unforgettable for the right reasons. I am confident in love. I welcome mutual affection into my life. The first and most powerful shift begins with you. Before you think about your crush, before you imagine a message arriving, before you repeat a single affirmation, you must understand that attraction begins with the way you experience yourself. When your inner world is filled with anxiety, desperation, fear, and constant questions, you naturally begin looking outside yourself for reassurance. You wonder whether they are thinking about you, whether they will text, whether they miss you, whether they noticed your absence, whether they feel the same way. That endless searching can make love feel like a test you are desperately trying to pass. But you do not have to live from that state. You can choose a new inner position, calm, confident, secure, and deeply aware of your own worth. This is where visualization becomes powerful. Instead of imagining your crush as someone who possesses the power to make you happy, imagine yourself already feeling loved, desired, appreciated, and emotionally fulfilled. Picture yourself walking through your day with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they are worthy of beautiful relationships. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing someone who is naturally lovable, attractive, interesting, and unforgettable. Let that feeling become more important than the question of what your crush is doing right now. When you practice this consistently, you are not magically controlling another person's thoughts. You are changing your own emotional patterns and expectations. You begin carrying yourself differently. You become less reactive. You stop treating every delayed message as rejection and every small interaction as a hidden sign that must be decoded. Your confidence becomes quieter and stronger. You begin to understand that genuine attraction does not require you to chase, manipulate, or force anything. You can desire someone while still respecting their freedom and respecting yourself. Now imagine your crush noticing the difference in you, not because you are secretly controlling their mind, but because confidence changes the way you communicate, behave, and show up in real life. Perhaps you imagine them smiling when they see you, enjoying your conversation, remembering something funny you said, or genuinely wanting to spend more time with you. Hold that scene gently. Do not cling to it. Allow it to represent the kind of mutual connection you desire. Then return your attention to yourself. Say slowly, I am worthy of love. I am confident in my relationships. I am naturally attractive. I am comfortable being myself. I deserve affection that is mutual, honest, and freely given. Repeat these words until they stop feeling like distant wishes and begin feeling like natural truths about the person you are becoming. The more you practice, the less you need external confirmation to feel secure. And paradoxically, that freedom can make you more magnetic because you are no longer communicating from fear. You are communicating from self-respect. You are allowing attraction to unfold naturally rather than trying to force an outcome. So whenever your mind begins asking, are they thinking about me? Gently replace the question with, how do I want to feel about myself right now? Come back to your confidence. Come back to your peace. Come back to the assumption that you are worthy of a relationship where affection flows in both directions. Your crush may be far away, but your ability to cultivate confidence, warmth, imagination, and emotional security is always with you. That is where your transformation begins. Imagine for a moment that the conversation you keep wishing would happen has already taken place. Instead of replaying what went wrong, wondering what they meant, or imagining every possible reason they might not be contacting you, create a peaceful inner conversation that reflects the relationship experience you genuinely desire. This is not about controlling your crush or forcing thoughts into their mind. It is about using imagination as a powerful way to rehearse confidence, connection, and emotional security. Close your eyes and picture yourself sitting across from the person you like. Notice their expression, their smile, the sound of their voice, and the relaxed feeling in your body. Now imagine them speaking to you with warmth and genuine interest. Perhaps they say, I really enjoy talking to you, or I've been thinking about you, or simply, I'm happy we connected. You don't need to make the scene complicated. In fact, the simpler it is, the easier it can be to experience emotionally. The important part is not pretending that you have supernatural control over another person's consciousness. The important part is allowing your mind to become familiar with the emotional experience of being appreciated, wanted, respected, and understood. When you repeatedly imagine yourself receiving love, you begin challenging the old mental patterns that tell you love must always be uncertain or difficult. You can mentally practice responding with confidence rather than fear. Imagine receiving a message from your crush and responding naturally without immediately overanalyzing every word. Imagine being comfortable enough to express yourself honestly. Imagine laughing together without worrying about whether you are saying perfect thing. Imagine the relationship developing through mutual effort rather than one person constantly chasing the other. This kind of rehearsal can help you recognize what healthy connection actually feels like. Whenever an anxious thought appears, maybe they don't care, maybe I am not enough, maybe they have forgotten me. Do not fight the thought aggressively. Simply acknowledge it and redirect your attention toward a more supportive assumption. I am worthy of genuine affection. I communicate with confidence. I am open to relationships that are mutual and honest. You can also create a short mental scene before sleeping. Choose one moment that would represent the relationship you desire. Maybe you imagine hearing your crush say that they love spending time with you. Maybe you visualize receiving an invitation to meet. Maybe you simply imagine the two of you smiling together and feeling completely comfortable in each other's presence. Repeat that scene gently for a few minutes, allowing the feeling of peace to become stronger than the feeling of uncertainty. Then let it go. You do not need to replay it hundreds of times or spend the entire day monitoring reality for evidence. Your imagination should become a source of confidence, not another form of obsession. The real power of this practice is that it changes the conversation you have with yourself. Instead of constantly asking, "How can I make them choose me?" you begin asking, "What kind of love am I available for?" That question changes everything. You stop begging for crumbs of attention and start expecting mutual respect. You stop seeing distance as proof of rejection and start seeing it simply as distance. You stop believing that silence defines your worth. Your crush is a separate person with their own thoughts, emotions, choices, and freedom, and healthy attraction leaves room for all of that. So tonight, speak from the end, not the end of another person's freedom, but the end of your own uncertainty. Imagine yourself already feeling confident, loved, secure, and emotionally fulfilled. Let your inner conversation become a place where you practice the relationship qualities you want to experience in reality. Then return to your life with calmness, knowing that the right connection will never require you to abandon yourself. Now we move into the third keynote, the power of repeated affirmations to reshape the inner conversation you have with yourself. When you like someone deeply, your mind can become crowded with questions. Do they like me? Why haven't they messaged? What if they lose interest? What if someone else gets their attention? These questions can quietly create a cycle of insecurity that affects the way you feel and behave. Subliminal style affirmations can be used as a calming practice to replace that inner noise with thoughts that support confidence, self respect, and openness to mutual love. The purpose is not to secretly control your crush or implant thoughts into their mind. No affirmation can guarantee that another person will become obsessed with you or override their choices. Instead, these affirmations help you repeatedly focus on the kind of person you want to be in love: secure, attractive, confident, emotionally grounded, and receptive to genuine affection. As you listen, allow the words to move gently through your awareness. You do not have to force yourself to believe every sentence immediately. Simply listen, breathe, and let the repetition become familiar. Say within yourself, "I am naturally lovable. I am worthy of genuine affection. I am confident in my relationships. I am comfortable being myself. I attract healthy and mutual connections. I deserve to be appreciated. I communicate with ease. I am calm when I care about someone. I trust myself. I am emotionally secure. I am worthy of being chosen freely and sincerely." Notice how different these statements feel from anxious thoughts. Instead of asking your crush to prove your value, you are reminding yourself that your value exists independently of their response. This distinction is incredibly important. You can desire a particular person while still knowing that your happiness does not depend entirely on them. You can hope for their affection without abandoning your self-respect. You can imagine beautiful possibilities without treating imagination as a guarantee. When you repeat affirmations consistently, they can become cues that help you interrupt negative thinking and return to a calmer emotional state. You might listen while relaxing before sleep, during meditation, while getting ready in the morning, or whenever you notice yourself becoming overly focused on someone else's behavior. Keep the volume comfortable and treat the practice as a supportive mental ritual rather than something mysterious or dangerous. You can even personalize your affirmations around the qualities you want in a relationship. I experience honest communication. I am treated with kindness. My relationships feel peaceful. I am comfortable expressing affection. And I welcome love that is mutual and respectful. As these ideas become more familiar, notice how they influence your behavior. Perhaps you become less likely to send anxious messages simply because you haven't received an immediate reply. Perhaps you become more comfortable making eye contact, starting a conversation, or expressing genuine interest. Perhaps you stop comparing yourself to other people because you realize attraction is not a competition. These changes are meaningful because they bring your inner practice into real life. Your goal is not to become obsessed with making someone obsessed with you. Your goal is to become so secure in yourself that you no longer need to chase validation. Let the affirmations become a foundation for confidence rather than a tool for control. Tonight, allow these words to settle gently into your mind. I am enough. I am worthy. I am attractive in my own authentic way. I am open to love. I welcome genuine affection. I trust that healthy connection develops naturally. I respect myself, and I respect the person I desire. Breathe slowly and let those statements become familiar. The more peacefully you repeat them, the more naturally you can carry that confidence into your everyday life. And when you feel secure within yourself, you become far more prepared for the kind of relationship you truly deserve. One built not on obsession or manipulation, but on mutual attraction, freedom, honesty, and real emotional connection. Distant can feel powerful when you deeply care about someone. When your crush is far away, the mind can quickly turn that distance into a story. Maybe they are forgetting me, maybe they no longer care, or maybe being apart means this connection is disappearing. But physical distance does not have to become emotional chaos. Instead of allowing separation to feed anxiety, you can use this time to strengthen your inner sense of connection, confidence, and peace. This is where visualization becomes a beautiful practice. Close your eyes and imagine the person you care about standing in front of you. Do not try to force their thoughts or control their emotions. Simply imagine a moment of genuine mutual warmth. See the two of you smiling, talking naturally, laughing about something simple, or enjoying comfortable silence together. Notice how peaceful the scene feels. Imagine the ease of being around someone who appreciates you and whose presence feels safe. Then allow yourself to experience that feeling without demanding that reality immediately prove anything to you. The purpose is to create an emotional experience within yourself that is rooted in love rather than fear. You can practice this whenever distance makes you feel uncertain. Instead of reaching for your phone every few minutes, take a slow breath and remind yourself, distance does not define my worth. I am still lovable. I am still worthy of attention and affection. I can care about someone without losing myself. These simple statements can help you return to emotional balance. Imagine sending warmth through your own thoughts, not as a supernatural command to another person's mind, but as a symbolic expression of the love and kindness you want to embody. Picture yourself wishing them happiness, peace, and confidence. Then bring that same kindness back to yourself. This creates a healthier form of emotional connection because you are no longer making your crush responsible for your entire emotional state. You are allowing yourself to love while remaining grounded. You can also visualize real-world moments that represent healthy closeness. Imagine receiving a sincere message, having an enjoyable conversation, meeting again after time apart, or discovering that your connection has naturally grown stronger. Let these scenes remind you of possibility without turning them into predictions. The difference is important. Visualization can help you clarify what you desire, but another person still has their own feelings, decisions, and freedom. Healthy attraction leaves room for that freedom. When you are physically separated, resist the urge to constantly check social media, analyze online activity, or search for hidden signs. Those behaviors often create more anxiety than clarity. Instead, return your attention to your own life. Work toward your goals. Spend time with people who make you feel good. Take care of your body. Learn something new. Laugh, create, rest. Become fully present in your own world. Then your desire for connection becomes something beautiful you carry, rather than something that consumes you. Before you sleep, you can repeat, I am secure within myself. I welcome genuine connection. I am worthy of mutual affection. The right relationship can survive distance through honest communication and shared effort. I trust myself to recognize love that is real. Feel those words slowly. Imagine yourself waking up with peace rather than checking your phone with anxiety. Imagine knowing that your value does not rise or fall based on whether someone responds immediately. That is the real freedom of this practice. Your crush may be miles away, but your confidence does not have to be. Your ability to love yourself, visualize healthy connection, and remain emotionally grounded is always within reach. And when you stop treating distance as a threat, you create space for genuine communication, natural attraction, and meaningful connection to develop without pressure. Let distance simply be distance. Let love mutino. We arrive at the final keynote, and perhaps the most important one. Release the chase. You have visualized, You have practiced your affirmations, you have imagined beautiful conversations, and you have reminded yourself of your worth. Now comes the moment when you stop gripping the outcome. This does not mean giving up on love. It means giving up on the exhausting belief that you must constantly do something to make another person choose you. When you release the chase, you return your attention to yourself. You allow your desire to exist without allowing it to control your entire day. You can want your crush while still living your own life. You can hope for a message without checking your phone every 30 seconds. You can imagine a beautiful relationship without interpreting every coincidence as proof that something supernatural is happening. This is where confidence becomes real. Confidence says, I know what I desire, and I am also okay with allowing reality to unfold honestly. If your crush genuinely feels the same way, healthy connection gives them room to express it freely. If they need time, you do not have to panic. If they communicate, you can respond naturally. If they do not reciprocate, you can respect their choice without believing that their decision defines your value. Your worth is not determined by one person's feelings. This understanding can transform the way you approach attraction. Instead of thinking, how can I make them obsessed with me? Begin thinking, how can I become the healthiest, most confident version of myself while remaining open to love? That question brings your power back to where it belongs, within your own choices. Continue using your affirmations, but let them focus on self-worth and mutual connection. Say, I am worthy of genuine love. I am naturally confident. I communicate openly. I attract relationships built on respect. I am comfortable being desired and appreciated. I allow love to unfold naturally. I do not chase what is not freely given. I choose relationships where effort flows both ways. Repeat these words slowly and let them become reminders rather than demands. Then take action in the real world when appropriate. If you want to talk to your crush, communicate respectfully. If you want to invite them somewhere, make a genuine invitation. If you want to express your feelings, choose an honest moment. Visualization should support authentic communication, not replace it. The beauty of letting go is that you no longer need to manipulate every outcome. You become available for what is real. Maybe your crush reaches out. Maybe the connection grows through an unexpected conversation. Maybe you discover that they have feelings you never realized. Or perhaps you discover that another relationship is better aligned with you. Either way, you remain whole. Before you finish this practice, take a deep breath and imagine placing your desire gently in your hands. Look at it without fear. Say, I trust myself. I trust my worth. I welcome love that chooses me freely. I release desperation. I release overthinking. I release the need to control another person's feelings. I remain open to mutual attraction, honest communication, and genuine connection. Then let the image fade. Return to your day. Smile. Focus on your goals. Enjoy your life. Let yourself become someone who does not need to chase love, because they understand that healthy love involves two people choosing one another. Your crush is allowed to have their own mind, heart, and choices, and you are allowed to have yours. That is not a weakness. It is what makes genuine connection meaningful. So release the chase, keep your confidence, continue nurturing your inner world, and allow real-life communication and mutual effort to reveal what is truly possible. You do not need to force love into existence. You simply need to become ready to recognize, receive, and participate in love when it is freely and genuinely returned whole. Let your imagination inspire you, but let reality unfold through honest choices and authentic connection.